Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Like many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes awakened on a desolate planet. A silent god set in our sky. And it wouldn't be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes would shape a story far greater than anything we could have imagined. Players would explore deep into the depths of Venus, hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning into halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they'd bring their friends and their family into this world,
baby.
and together meet new faces on this adventure.
The best live-action
who would become
trailers.
lifelong companions. Now, together, we approach the final shape.
Ooh, yes we do.
We're about to embark on the last expedition of Destiny's first saga. So let's be clear about the stakes. In the final shape, you will go inside the Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
The journey will be difficult. And what awaits you on the other side of this trek is nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced. There will be no open betas. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come.
I like that.
Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world.
Nice.
A vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
A trailer? Ooh, here we go. Oh shit, I'm excited.
After all these years, we never talked about it.
Talked about what?
Why I brought you back.
That's a good point. Yeah, why?
Why you were chosen.
Ooh, that's a far jump.
The truth is, I didn't know then.
Of course. Look at the gallery.
It was just a feeling.
They're climbing?
But I know now.
Is that going to be a new feature? Like that Titan was straight up
After
climbing,
all we've
gripping
seen,
onto ledges, hopping ledge to ledge. That would be
all
so
we've
fire.
lost.
What is that?
This fight might be our last.
Hey. Yo, this is like endgame.
So I'm asking you.
Whoa! What are those?
One last time. To rise.
Oh shit. The witness. Look at everybody. Everybody's there. What is that? What is that axe? Oh, that looks so promising. Become legend. Hell yeah.
This is a momentous time in Destiny history. We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the
long
conclusion
time.
to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years.
Yeah.
It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that like makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by Ghost at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help. And it's
Which
our
I kind of figured,
responsibility to protect
we wouldn't really
every
know
living
why,
thing in the universe from what the Witness intends
just to
to
help.
do.
I mean, it makes sense.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Inside is the Pale Heart of the Traveler. That is the stage for our showdown
What's
with the
the
Witness.
Pale Heart?
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The Pale Heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack
What
of
is
purpose,
that?
no meaning. It wants to fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final
God.
shape.
That's a scary final shape.
If we're going to defeat the Witness, it's going to take everyone. Failure is not an option.
We're going to need the Vanguard, all of our allies,
Everybody.
and all the Guardians to rally together and be brave in the face of Oblivion.
In the final
Was that
shape,
the old tower?
we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our Ghost, get to reconnect with Cade 6. So, like, while there's this great conflict,
Yeah, I want to know what happened.
everything
with
going
Cade,
on
man.
around us and stakes
That's
of
crazy.
just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
The environment looks so cool.
In the final shape, we're going through the portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable,
Infinite?
and we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is
It's
a
infinite
fraction
inside
of
the
really
Traveler.
what is inside the Traveler.
It doesn't end. That's crazy.
The Pale Heart is weird.
What is it?
It's a little strange. It makes you feel a bit uncomfortable. And it is
Whoa.
also just so cool and artistic in the best
Is it like a
way.
plane? Whoa. What is this, Doctor
The
Strange?
Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
Okay.
One of the
So
most
it was
memorable
watching us.
locales from Destiny's Past
That's interesting.
is the D1 Tower. It's really a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much to everyone who's building it, and I think players are really going to be able to see that.
That'd be cool.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done. I would love it if players felt that they began their journey in a place of
Like, that's
safety
so beautiful.
and feel it escalate in
No, that
danger,
not so much.
in surrealness,
It's
because there is
half
this
pretty, half not.
beautiful evolution of the space.
And
They
weird.
see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The weirdest
Interesting.
things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing
yeah.
things and putting them back together.
That's like those
Just
worms
wrong.
and hive
The
and
sense
other
of
stuff on
scale
the
you
big
get out
ships.
there, like as
I
you're
wonder if that's a
exploring these
reference
spaces and you're jumping
what
on
their
these
idea of the
reshaped
final shape was.
cuboids of Earth,
That'd be
you
interesting.
feel tiny as a guardian.
Yeah,
you feel
everything is
alone.
like split
you
up,
feel
cut up,
like
and
you are not the force to be reckoned with.
disembodied.
That you have them. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
That's crazy. This is insane.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that the witness keeps throwing everything it has at you.
Of course.
And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the subjugators.
New enemies? Oh!
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the final shape.
Strand?
They have an enhanced power set. They're
And
performing
stasis?
stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian.
Ooh, that's going to be a game
in support
changer.
of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
They bring something
And support
entirely
other
new to
enemies?
the battlefield,
Holy
which
crap.
is kind of this element of control.
They're like mini
They're back there
disciples.
pinging away with stasis abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you
Holy
in place,
Boo.
tangling you up.
That'd be cool if we can encounter them in the free mode on this
We're
destination.
focusing you
That'd be so
on
cool.
the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart. After
Just
you've
the start?
reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination.
There's more?
And so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
React to us. So this might be the largest destination we get yet. It
The
sounds like it's going to be
campaign in
huge.
the final shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses.
The witness
so
has
it's
a
only
final raid
natural
boss?
that when
be
you
cool.
are going to confront the witness, you're going to do that in the raid.
All right.
But that might not be enough. This is a
That
moment
might not
where we
be
need
enough?
to rally all guardians.
Meaning
to be
he
able
won't die in
to
the raid?
Overcome the final shape and the witness.
Yo, imagine a whole server versus the witness. Like some endgame shit. That'd be crazy. Harnessing the light.
In the final shape, we are inside the Traveler,
I love these guys.
very close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse, but also can benefit your allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome the odds.
There's that axe.
The Warlock Super is this ultimate expression of solar energy coursing through your Guardian. This Solar Warlock Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun, this is the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it searches around,
Whoa.
and then it hits a character
Seeking.
and bounces off and goes to
It's like a
another one.
boomerang.
And you're so
That's cool. I
overflowing
like that
with
already.
this energy that you are also giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solar weapons
Oh, nice.
supercharged, applying Scorch when they're shooting.
The new Solar
Ooh,
Warlock
that's gonna be a
aspect.
nice
When
little
I cast
debuff
my
there.
Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul.
solar
that
soul.
When it sees an enemy, it launches part of itself out and hits
Now-
the enemy
now
and
all
explodes
light
and scorches them.
It
Subclasses
just feels
literally
very
have
alive.
a elemental soul type for them. That's crazy.
Twilight
That's cool. I like that.
Arsenal. It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it, summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it. And when these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy,
Oh
do
my
their void
gosh.
gravity
Titans,
thing where
man.
they
Let's
suck
go.
a bunch of energy and enemies in and then explode. But that doesn't destroy the axe. The axe sticks around.
Of course, you could pick
And
it up.
you and your allies can go and pick up that axe and start wailing on enemies with it.
Oh,
This super is
that sounds
insane
like
to
the
me.
best
The Void
already.
Titan aspect. I press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and
That's
then
sick.
I can release that, and it creates this blast that deals massive damage.
That's like a mini
The
sentinel
Hunter
shield.
Arc super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife, and throws it across the world. and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing
That
about
looks
that
so
is not
devastating.
just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times,
Three
along with
times
devastating
back to back?
attacks each time you do it.
Oh
The
my
hunter
god!
has
So you
an
can just
aspect.
zip
We take
around
our
literally.
staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it
Nice.
feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next
Yup.
level.
That's
The
what
more
players wanted.
aspects we have, the more
Combos,
capable we are
combos.
to do that.
It feels like you're like riding the lightning, you know? Like that instantaneous, like
That was good. That thing is more
These two are awesome.
you
I
know.
like it. I like it.
That's dope. So new light subclasses for interesting. No new darkness subclass.
Weapons team has been working on all sorts of goodness. We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property
So you can
of
use that now,
adapting
basically,
your
that
guardian's
pre-order.
current damage type.
This will be the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be
Nice.
able to run an entirely strand or entirely
Finally.
stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon,
Ooh.
and then fire out a super destructive
And it hits
single
harder.
projectile.
Ugh.
It's a really special weapon.
What's
That
the
already
one
looks like a
specific
good weapon.
exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
Oh,
What if you could
God.
harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler beam cutscene. I know people on Weapons
Put
went,
that
I
into
kind of
a
want
gun?
that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these iconic Destiny 1
Dragon's
weapons,
Breath.
but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvatstav into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse
Red
rifle.
Death?
And Dragon's
Okay.
Breath. Burn the world, burn it all.
Heck yeah.
In
It's
the
gonna be
final
fun.
shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really
subfamilies
bordering
for
on
weapons?
exotic functionality. So, for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We always like
rocket
the
pistol.
special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage. They have
like a
mixture
pistolized
of regular
mountaintop.
weapon and rocket launcher stats.
That's gonna
We're
be
also
busted.
doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is
Support
a
frame.
type of legendary auto rifle. It'll
New
let you
frame?
switch seamlessly
Interesting.
from firing at enemies to healing your allies. I'm really excited to
That's
bring it
endgame
to
content right
dungeons
there.
and keep my team
Raids
alive,
and
honestly.
dungeons, that is a must-have. Holy crap. I can see that
Weapons
being
team is always
beneficial
coming
as
up with new
hell.
ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. This is looking good.
Huh, take a load off. We've got a lot to cover. This place is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me, so... I'm back!
He is back.
Hey, you two, give me a sec.
I was magnificent.
It got tackled.
Anyone want a hug? Get your rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
Still one of the best cutscenes. Oh my gosh.
Well, better get back to it.
Do it for the puppies.
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cade like return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long-standing enemy, the Witness.
Cade is the quintessential hunter. His presence cast such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cade goes through in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was no end to the Light and Darkness saga that didn't have Cade here alongside his friends to finish the job.
Once we started digging into the nature of the Pale Heart, I think that crystallized Cade's role as a guide. Cade is Virgil, and he's our guide through this.
He's always been that.
Other place. Cade is the one who is
all the plans,
the most appropriate person to be the guide.
the guides.
His
It
job.
was
That's
him.
always been his job.
The
It just feels so
ideas.
natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as
Hey.
it were.
Cade's the glue that's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about the weight that's been on Ikora, having to hold the Vanguard together, having Cade's voice of levity and brightness that he brings to that group.
Yeah, for
I
real.
think it's going to be great for
He's
them.
a joy bringer. He
Well,
brings joy.
At least we have each other.
excitement.
We want people to take away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together.
I'm
for this
so
moment.
excited.
I mean,
Why his
no.
eyes look like that though? And why is Ace of Spades
Wherever
like
the
that,
hell
too?
here is.
Like everything's like light. Oh, I just want to know how, why, like, you know what I mean? This looks so good though. This is for sure promising. Definitely looks better than what Lightfall is. But that was amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on that. But yeah, and I guess we'll see more as more trailers come out and as we draw near the final shape. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and oh my gosh, I'm overly hyped. Overly hyped.